Welcome to the mysterious and chilling world of the paranormal. Today, we're venturing into the icy heart of the last frontier to uncover the secrets of its most haunted places. Join us as we count down the top 5 haunted locations in Alaska. Number 5. Red Onion Saloon, Skagway, Alaska. In the heart of Skagway, Alaska, where the wild spirit of the Klondike Gold Rush still whispers through the streets, stands a building as storied as the town itself, the Red Onion Saloon. This establishment, now number 5 on our list of haunted locations, is a portal to a past filled with hope, desperation, and the echoes of ethereal encounters. Constructed in 1897, the Red Onion Saloon was a product of the Gold Rush era, a time when men and women flocked to the Alaskan frontier with dreams of striking it rich. The saloon opened its doors in 1898 as a brothel, offering a touch of comfort and the promise of companionship to the miners who descended upon Skagway in droves. The building's architecture, with its stark white facade and contrasting dark trimmings, housed a lively dance hall and a bar on the first floor. The second floor was divided into 10 small rooms, known as cribs, where the ladies of the evening entertained their guests. The Red Onion had a unique system for managing its clientele. 10 dolls sat behind the bar, each representing one of the ladies upstairs. A doll laid flat signified she was occupied, while an upright doll indicated she was available. As the gold rush faded, the Red Onion evolved. It has served as an army barracks, a bakery, a laundry, a union hall, a gift shop, and even a television station. Today, it operates as a saloon once more, with guided tours that bring its colorful past to life. But the Red Onion's story doesn't end with its historical legacy. The saloon is said to be haunted by the spirits of its former inhabitants, most notably Lydia, a former prostitute whose presence is marked by the scent of her perfume and sudden cold spots. Lydia's spirit has been seen watering plants and walking around her old room. She's known to be particularly hostile towards men, and there are tales of her running down the hall, only to vanish before the eyes of the beholders. The saloon is alive with stories of Lydia and other spirits who make their presence known through unexplained footsteps, the moving of objects, and even the occasional touch or whisper in the ear. The Red Onion Saloon is a tapestry of tales, woven from the threads of its vibrant history and the eerie encounters that suggest the past is never truly gone. As we delve deeper into the Red Onion's past, we find that it was not just a place of revelry and sin. It was a beacon in the tumultuous sea of the Gold Rush, a place where weary souls sought refuge from the harsh realities of frontier life. The saloon was a microcosm of Skagway itself, embodying the hopes and hardships of those who came seeking fortune. The Red Onion's ghosts are not just remnants of a bygone era, they are the keepers of stories untold. Lydia, with her lingering perfume and spectral sightings, is perhaps the most well-known of these ethereal inhabitants. Her presence is a constant reminder of the saloon's storied history, a history that is as much a part of Skagway as the mountains that surround it. Visitors to the Red Onion today can feel the weight of history in its walls. The creak of the floorboards, the murmur of voices from the past, and the chill of the unknown all contribute to the saloon's haunted reputation. It is a place where the past and present collide, where the veil between worlds seems thinner, and where the spirits of yesteryear continue to leave their mark. The Red Onion Saloon invites the brave to step through its doors and experience the chill of history meeting the supernatural. It is a place where the curious can explore the depths of Alaska's paranormal history and perhaps encounter the spirits that still call the saloon home. As we conclude our exploration of the Red Onion Saloon, we're left with a sense of wonder and a chill down our spine. What stories might these walls share if they could speak? And what spirits might be lingering, waiting to tell their tale? Number 4. Anchorage Hotel, Anchorage, Alaska. The historic Anchorage Hotel, a beacon of the city's past, stands proudly in downtown Anchorage. Its walls, steeped in history, have witnessed the evolution of Anchorage from its infancy to the bustling city it is today. Built in the early 20th century, the hotel has been a silent observer to the rapid changes and developments that have shaped the region. The original structure, located on the corner of 3rd Avenue and East Street, was erected when Anchorage was just beginning to find its feet. As the city grew, so did the need for expansion, leading to the construction of the current building, known as the Anchorage Hotel Annex, in 1936. This building was connected to the original hotel by a sky bridge, symbolizing the connection between the old and the new. The historic Anchorage Hotel, a beacon of the city's past, stands proudly in downtown Anchorage. Its walls, steeped in history, have witnessed the evolution of Anchorage from its infancy to the bustling city it is today. Built in the early 20th century, the hotel has been a silent observer to the rapid changes and developments that have shaped the region. The original structure, located on the corner of 3rd Avenue and East Street, was erected when Anchorage was just beginning to find its feet. As the city grew, so did the need for expansion, leading to the construction of the current building, known as the Anchorage Hotel Annex, in 1936. This building was connected to the original hotel by a sky bridge, symbolizing the connection between the old and the new. Guests and staff have reported numerous ghostly encounters, including sightings of a woman in a 1920s dress and the ghost of a young boy roaming the halls. The television in room 217 and 215 turns on and off on its own, faucets run without explanation, and pictures have been known to fly off walls. The apparition of a young girl walking in the second-floor hall and the ghost of a woman who hung herself in her wedding dress after being jilted at the altar are among the many spirits said to inhabit the hotel. The hotel's eerie history is believed to have started in the 1920s, and ghosts from that decade are said to have made appearances, contributing to the hotel's reputation as one of the most haunted locations in Alaska. The frequent sightings are so common that the hotel maintains a ghost log, where guests can record their paranormal experiences. Despite its haunted reputation, the historic Anchorage Hotel remains a cherished landmark. It survived the treacherous 1964 Good Friday earthquake and has undergone various ownership changes and renovations. In the late 1980s, the hotel was restored to its former glory, and today, it stands as an important part of Anchorage's heritage and a strong part of its future. The historic Anchorage Hotel is more than just a place to stay, it is a place where the past and present collide. It is a place where guests can experience the charm of yesteryear while possibly encountering the spirits that still linger within its walls. Whether you are drawn to its historical significance or the thrill of its ghostly tales, the historic Anchorage Hotel offers an experience unlike any other. As we delve into the stories that fill its rooms, we find a rich tapestry of human experiences. From the laughter and chatter of its early days to the silent whispers of the unseen, the hotel has been a constant in a world of change. It has seen the best and worst of times, and through it all, it has stood tall, a beacon of history in the heart of Anchorage. The historic Anchorage Hotel invites those who are brave enough to step through its doors and explore its storied halls. It is a place where history is not just remembered, it is felt. And for those who listen closely, the stories of the past are there to be discovered, in the echoes of footsteps that tread the floors and the shadows that dance on the walls. In the end, the historic Anchorage Hotel is not just a building, it is a living, breathing entity. It is a keeper of secrets, a witness to history, and perhaps, a sanctuary for the spirits that have found no rest. It is a place where the past is always present, and the line between the living and the dead is as thin as the northern air. Number 3. Eklutna Cemetery, Eklunta, Alaska. Eklutna Cemetery, a site of profound historical significance and spiritual intrigue, is nestled within the serene landscape of Alaska. This sacred ground, in use since 1650, is not only a resting place for the departed but also a cultural bridge between the native Dena'ina Athabascan traditions and Russian Orthodox Christianity. The cemetery is part of the Eklutna village, established by the Tanina Indians who moved there from Kennecott in 1897. It is home to the colorful spirit houses, a unique tradition that reflects the melding of Orthodox Christian practices with native customs. These small, wooden structures, painted in vibrant hues, mark the graves of the deceased. The size of the spirit house and the styling of the crest indicate an individual's social status and clan affiliations. The Dena'inas, descendants of the Athabascan people who crossed the Bering Strait 12,000 years ago, settled in south-central Alaska around 1,000 to 1,500 years ago. Their sedentary lifestyle along the saltwater coast allowed them to develop a rich cultural heritage, organized into regional bands with several villages. The villagers, divided into local clans, followed matrilineal lines, and marriages were only permitted outside one's clan. Russian Orthodox missions were established throughout Russian-occupied Alaska in the late 18th century, leading to the conversion of the natives to the Russian Orthodox faith. This introduced the practice of housing the dead, a somewhat foreign concept to the Dena'ina, who traditionally cremated their dead and placed the ashes in spirit houses. Today, the Eklutna Cemetery stands as a historical park, probably the most photographed graveyard in Alaska, overshadowing other features of the village. The brightly painted spirit houses are neither an Athabascan nor a Russian Orthodox tradition but seem to be an original product of the collision of two belief systems. But Eklutna Cemetery is known for more than its historical and cultural significance. It is also the haunting grounds of native spirits. Visitors recount eerie encounters, feeling a strong presence, and witnessing unexplained phenomena that are attributed to the resting spirits. The spirit houses are believed to be shelters for these spirits, constructed in the Dena'ina Athabascan tradition. A visit to Eklutna Village Memorial Park means brushing past many layers of Alaskan spirits, the Dena'ina, Russian settlers, and later U.S. pioneers who found their way to the town. It's a true Alaskan blend of history and mystery, where the past is palpable, and the spirits of those who once walked this land seem to linger. The cemetery, with its groves of trees and backdrop of the Chugach Mountains, offers a peaceful yet poignant reminder of the cycles of life and death. The spirit houses, with their distinct gabled roofs and Greek crosses, stand as colorful monuments to those who have passed on, each telling a story of a life lived and a legacy left behind. As one wanders through the rows of spirit houses, it's not uncommon to feel a sense of being watched or to experience a sudden chill in the air. Some visitors report a feeling of being followed, while others hear whispers carried on the wind, a testament to the enduring presence of the spirits that call Eklutna Cemetery home. The cemetery is a place where the veil between the physical and spiritual world seems thin, where the traditions of the past are preserved, and where the stories of the departed are honored. It is a place of reflection, where the living can connect with the history of the land and the people who have shaped it. Eklutna Cemetery invites those who are curious about the past and open to the mysteries of the afterlife to explore its sacred grounds. It is a place where one can learn about the rich tapestry of Alaskan culture and perhaps encounter the spirits that continue to watch over their final resting place. In the end, Eklutna Cemetery is more than just a burial ground. It is a cultural landmark, a historical treasure, and a spiritual sanctuary. It is a place where the past and present converge, where the stories of the ancestors are kept alive, and where the spirits of Alaska's native people continue to be a vibrant part of the community's heritage. Number 2. The Kennecott Mines, Kennecott, Alaska. The Kennecott Mines, nestled in the heart of Alaska's Wrangell St. Elias National Park, are a testament to human ambition and the enduring allure of the Alaskan wilderness. This site, now a ghost town, was once the epicenter of one of the most lucrative copper mining operations in the world. Discovered in 1900, the Kennecott mines were named after the nearby Kennecott Glacier, with a clerical error giving the mines their unique spelling. The rich veins of copper ore found in the jagged mountains above the Kennecott and Root glaciers attracted a group of wealthy investors who formed the Kennecott Copper Corporation. The promise of wealth was so great that it justified the construction of a 196-mile railroad from Cordova to the mines, overcoming the formidable challenges posed by the Alaskan terrain. The town of Kennecott grew rapidly, supported by the mine's success. It boasted a store, dance hall, barracks, school, and even a hospital. The mine itself was a marvel of engineering, with miles of underground tunnels and a 14-story concentration mill, which was one of the largest freestanding wooden structures in the world at the time. However, the boom was not to last. By 1938, the copper deposits were largely depleted, and the global copper prices had fallen. The mines closed, and the town was abruptly abandoned, leaving behind buildings, machinery, and a legacy etched into the Alaskan landscape. Today, Kennecott stands as a ghost town, its buildings slowly succumbing to the elements. The National Park Service has worked to preserve the site, which is listed on the National Register of Historic Places and designated as a National Historic Landmark. Visitors can explore the remnants of the mill town, the mine camps, and the impressive railway that once serviced this isolated outpost. But Kennecott is not just a place of historical interest, it is also said to be haunted. Visitors and paranormal investigators have reported strange occurrences within the abandoned structures. Orbs and mists have been seen that cannot be easily explained, and the sounds of miners shouting for help echo from the ends of empty tunnels. Some even claim to see the ghosts of miners' families, with the main street being a favorite spot for ghostly activity, especially after dark. The haunting atmosphere of Kennecott is palpable, with the silence of the deserted buildings punctuated only by the creaking of old wood and the whispers of the past. It is a place where history and legend intertwine, where the memories of a once thriving community linger in the air, and where the spirits of those who toiled in the mines may still roam. Kennecott's story is a poignant reminder of the transitory nature of human endeavors and the lasting impact they can have on the environment and culture. The mines may have been silenced, and the town emptied, but the echoes of their existence resonate through the valleys and mountains of Alaska. As one walks through the ghost town, it's easy to imagine the hustle and bustle of the past, the sound of the mill grinding ore, and the laughter of children playing in the streets. It's also easy to feel the presence of those who are no longer there, to sense the weight of the stories untold, and to wonder about the lives that intersected in this remote corner of the world. Kennecott is more than a historical site. It is a journey into the heart of Alaska's mining heritage, a foray into the unknown, and a chance to connect with the ghosts of the past. It is a place that captures the imagination and stirs the soul, inviting visitors to step back in time and experience the legacy of the Kennecott mines. Number 1. The Begich Towers, Whittier, Alaska. The Begich Towers, standing tall in the small city of Whittier, Alaska, is a building unlike any other. Known as a town under one roof, it encapsulates the history and community spirit of Whittier, housing nearly all its residents, local government, and public services. Constructed in 1953 and completed in 1957, The Begich Towers, originally named the Hodge Building, was part of a grand plan by the U.S. Army to develop a large complex in the area. It was designed to host the headquarters of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and was named in memory of Colonel William Walter Hodge, a significant figure in the construction of the Alcan Highway. The building was one of only 2 constructed out of a Plan 10, the other being the Buckner Building, which has been abandoned since 1966. The Hodge Building served the U.S. Army until the early 1960s, after which it was transformed into a public building, hosting the major institutions and commercial services of Whittier. In 1972, the building was renamed Begich Towers Condominium, in memory of Nick Begich, an Alaskan congressman who disappeared in the area and is presumed to have died in a plane crash. The Begich Towers Condominium Association of Apartment Owners Incorporated became the official manager of the structure. The Begich Towers is a symbol of resilience, having withstood the 1964 tsunami caused by the Good Friday earthquake with minimal damage. Its 14 floors and 196 apartments are made up of 3 modules connected together, with the north side forming 2 square towers. But the Begich Towers is not just known for its unique architecture and history. It is also the subject of numerous ghost stories. Residents and visitors have reported various paranormal activities, including the sounds of strange voices, rattling chains, and a ghost who is particularly fond of whistling as he strolls through the building. Another spirit is more likely to be heard stomping up and down the stairs. On one occasion, the city manager woke up to hear rustling noises in his kitchen, but upon investigation, there was nobody there. Locals say that the Begich Towers are at their most frightening in the winter months when heavy snowfall often clogs up the roads, leaving residents unable to leave. The isolation and the harsh weather conditions seem to amplify the eerie atmosphere of the building, making it a hotbed for ghostly encounters. The spirits that inhabit the Begich Towers are reportedly very visible, seen floating around and even looking for food in the kitchens. Residents have learned to live with these spectral inhabitants, accepting their presence as part of life in the towers. The Begich Towers stand as a reminder of the past, a living community, and a place where the veil between the living and the dead seems particularly thin. It is a building that tells the story of Whittier, a town that has faced adversity, embraced its unique way of life, and where the echoes of history are just as present as the footsteps of its current inhabitants. As one explores the halls of the Begich Towers, it's not just the stories of the past that come to life, but also the tales of the unseen. It is a place where history is palpable, where every corner holds a story, and where the spirits of those who once called it home may still linger, watching over the residents of this unique Alaskan town. The Begich Towers is more than a building. It is a community, a historical landmark, and a paranormal site. It is a place that captures the imagination, stirs the soul, and invites the curious to explore its storied halls and perhaps encounter the spirits that still roam within its walls. Alaska's vast wilderness holds many secrets, and these haunted locations are just the beginning. If you dare to explore these eerie places, remember, you may not be alone. Thank you for joining us on this paranormal journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more chilling adventures. Until next time, keep exploring the unknown. And stay spooky.